Why don't you make some Christmas tree ornaments with those recycled Christmas cards?
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. Of course you're going to need Christmas cards to start off. You're only going to need the part that has the image on it, so you can cut the rest of the card off. Now you need to cut this card into strips, and the width of the strip will affect your final outcome. For this particular one, I'm cutting it into 1/2 inch strips, so I'm just marking it off very lightly with a pencil with 1/2 inch increments all the way up the card. And the direction that you put these lines will also affect the outcome at the end, and I'll show you that too. So cut out the strips, and as you're cutting them, you need to put them on the table in the same order as you're cutting them. This is important, especially if you have a pattern on the other side that you want to repeat. So line them all up the way they were when they were together, and then using a hole punch or a needle or a skewer or something like that, punch a hole on each end of the strip. So continue until all the pieces have holes on either end, and to attach them together we're going to use these craft brads. Now these come in all sorts of shapes, sizes, and colors, and you can find them at your local craft store, and around here you can get them at your local dollar store as well. Now if you're planning on hanging these on a tree as an ornament, you should attach your ornament hanger, which in this case I'm just using a piece of string, put it in the center of the brad, and then you're going to start to stack the pieces onto the brad, one piece at a time, one on top of the other, until they're all nicely stacked. Now you can see if you're using a very tiny little brad, it won't be big long enough to be able to hold all the pieces. In this particular case, these were maybe a little bit too long. And then add the second brad on the other end, fold open the little wings to hold all the pieces, and then just give it a gentle bend so that you get a curved shape to your stack of card pieces. And then you're going to open it up, kind of fan them open and around to make your ornament shape. So open all the little pieces, and as you can see here, if you're using a card that has an image on it, if you jumble up all the pieces, the image will be all jumbled up and you may not be able to see the image on the outside of the ornament. That's why I'm telling you to keep them in order. And there is a completed ornament ready to hang on the tree. Now you'll notice the inside of this one has white on the inside because that was the inside of the card. Now what I decided to do with this one was I painted it with gold spray paint on the other side, so I would have gold on the inside. And the other different thing I'm doing with this one, instead of cutting the strips from the long side, I'm cutting them from the short side to see what would happen. So I cut the strips, assembled it, and this is what you ended up with. You end up with fewer strips, of course, and you end up with something that's a little bit larger. So this gold ball and this little blue ornament were made with the same size card, and you can see the difference in shape and size. I think this one was my favorite one. I spray painted the inside with gold spray paint, and the outside of the card was red with gold snowflakes that had glitter on them. So it was really pretty. I like this one, how it turned out. Now this one I've already showed you. It's that larger one where I painted the gold inside, and to me it looked a little like a bird cage. So I just put the red one inside the gold one. What do you think? I was even thinking you could hang something on the inside of that gold one, maybe like a little decorative bird or maybe a little bell or something like that would be cute too. Here's one using fewer strips but very wide strips, and if you're doing this with young kids, something like this would probably be easier for them. Nice wide strips would take them less time to cut and it would be a lot easier to cut. You could use very small cards and make very tiny ones. You just have to change up the size of the brads you're using and the size of the holes that you're poking in. So lots of fun. You can use up some of those old Christmas cards and make some great ornaments. Thanks for watching. I hope you give this a try. Another great way of using up old Christmas cards is to make these adorable little decorative Christmas baskets. So go ahead and click right on your screen if you want to see this video or see the link in the description box. Bye.